Hello, Mary Meet. So, unless you have been living under a rock within the online pagan community, you're aware that Etsy has now banned the sale of occult and magical services. This has sort of exploded in the pagan community and caused a lot of anger. So I felt I would give my 2 cents to this topic. Okie dokie then. Now, I do not think that Etsy has chosen the best solution. However, I'm not really angry at them for this, and let me explain why. Etsy is a company. They are trying to earn money, and they also have business partners such as, for example, PayPal. Now, the sale of occult items, well, not occult items, I mean occult services, because this ban is not on occult items, it's on occult services, is a legal nightmare. And here's why. If I buy something and use PayPal for it, then if I don't get what I thought I paid for, then I can just contact PayPal and they will refund me, which of course then will take away Etsy's profit on it, and yeah. Or I could contact the seller or contact Etsy directly and so on and so forth. End of the day, I get my money back. Now, if this is, for example, a hair fork that arrived broken, that is a pretty easy thing to prove. I just post pictures of the broken hair tie and explain basically often in the box, and basically all I have to do is prove that I didn't break it myself, it arrived broken. Or if I, for example, ordered one that's said to be carved in wood and I received something that's made of plastic, for example. Pretty easy to prove. All is well there. However, let's say I buy from somebody that they will cast a spell on me so I will lose weight. And I write back saying, no, I didn't lose weight. I want my money back. How are you going to do that again? Or even let's say I lost weight. Let's say it worked. Let's say that I lost 30 pounds. And I say, no, it didn't work. I exercised and it had nothing to do with the magic. You can prove that it actually had something to do with the magic. Because here's the things, ladies and gents. At least everybody I know, with a very few exceptions that I have seen, like electronic equipment starting to work again immediately and a few things like that. What we are dealing with when we are doing our rituals are indirect magic. Direct magic, that would be like in the fantasy novels. The mage tosses out their hand and out comes a fireball. That's direct magic. You do something and it has a direct result on reality then and there. That you can measure. Much more common in the real world is indirect magic, where you, let's say you cast a spell for weight loss, and over time, and with also effort, you lose weight. But then you think that the weight loss spell makes it easier. It basically puts the energies in the correct space for you to lose weight, so it becomes easier for you. But that's very difficult to prove when it comes to a dispute via PayPal or Etsy itself. So it's a legal nightmare. That's why they've done this. They've not done it to step on pagans. They've done it because it is unsound business practice. Another reason I think they might have been doing this is because Etsy was never really intended to be used for services. You don't find people saying, oh, well, I'll mow your lawn for so and so much on Etsy, because that's not what the website is for. There's other websites offering services and such, and making spells for somebody and casting it, that's selling a service. What Etsy is there for is for people that make things to sell those things. Let's say you make soap, you can sell it, you might earn a little profit, or you might earn back what your hobby cost. That's what it's for. It's not there for basically selling services, and basically selling magical services is also a service. So basically, what Etsy have been doing is getting rid of an unsound business practice for a thing that's there and website was never really meant for. So yeah, now here's what I think they should have done instead of just outright banning it. I think they should have basically arranged it with their partners so that you can put in the description that this is a metaphysical service. Etsy and so on and so forth are in no way liable or responsible for the effect of this. The exact wording would have to be worked on, of course. Basically saying, if you choose to use your money on this, you're on your own. And by that way, you would have avoided people being able to come and complain, demand their money back, and so on and so forth, and endless dispute with people that are offering these services when it don't work, or people just want their money back even if it worked and decided, yeah, they can't prove that it worked. And yeah, that would have solved that. Now, I don't know if you can do that because a lot of companies have very strict rules, and it might have been made so that you can't really do it that way. But if they could, I think that would have been a better way to do it. Now, to address a few of the complaints that a lot of my fellow pagans have. One complaint is that, oh no, this is discriminating because Christians can still sell Bible covers and basically Christian items. Yeah, but pagans can still sell, can still make atemis and pendulums and Ouija boards and altar plaques and everything else. It's about metaphysical services, not items used for metaphysical services. Basically, what you cannot sell is, I cannot go out and say there, well, I will cast a spell on you for you to earn fame and fortune. I can still sell a spell. I can still say that I will cast a spell on you, but I cannot make any sort of claims as to what this will do. I can still read, as far as I've understood it, I can still offer a tarot reading, because then you have offered that, and you can say, if somebody come and complain, you can still say, now see here, I sent them the paper with the details of the reading and so on and so forth. I have never promised that the reading will be 100% correct. I've said I would do the reading, I've done the reading, here's the proof. What I can't do is, I will cast a spell on you, it will have this and this effect. I can sell pendulums and everything else, all sort of occult paraphernalia is completely okay. So no, it's not discrimination. What would be discrimination? And I haven't found this, but if you can find this and Etsy is okay with that, but not occult services, that would be discrimination. And that is if you have Christian prayer groups, for example, that sell prayers and promise what those prayers will do. If that's okay, but a Wiccan spell is not, then that's discrimination. However, to say we do not allow metaphysical services, as in you cannot sell casting spells for people, it's not discriminating to say we don't allow that, but do allow crosses as bookmarks and Christian signs and so on and so forth, because it's not the same thing. They're not making any claims, they're just selling paraphernalia, and you can sell occult paraphernalia. Another complaint is that, well, this will hurt the pagan community, and that there are quite a few people that make a decent living, or at least make some extra money on selling these services, and they have used then Etsy as their outlet. I agree, that sucks, it sucks for them, but Etsy isn't required to let you continue this. There are other places where you can sell services, so I recommend going with that, or starting your own web page. it sucks. It really sucks. But it doesn't have anything to do with discrimination. And it would be like if Etsy suddenly decided they wouldn't allow the sale of clothing. It would really then suck for those that make their living making clothing for people on Etsy. But Etsy isn't required to offer that service. So unless they said, and it wouldn't be discrimination unless they said, we will allow white people to sell clothing, but not black people. That would be discrimination. But saying, oh, but they allow people to sell book covers, so clearly they're discriminating because I can't sell clothes. No, because it's a completely different category. So, yeah, I think that we can all calm down. This doesn't have anything to do with Etsy hating pagans. Could there be people on their boards of directors and so on that are super Christian and hate pagans? Of course it could be. But seen from a business perspective, it's a pretty sound move. It protects their asses from potential lawsuits with selling services that for a lot of people are pretty fuzzy. It's the same that they have cracked down on people that make their own beauty products and all of those things with making claims of what it can do. You can now only, if you, for example, sell a shampoo and you make claims as to what this shampoo will do, you can only make those claims if you can back that up with scientific research. So let's say you make a shampoo that will, that you say will speed up hair growth. You can only make that claim if some laboratory or another has actually said, yeah, this kind of shampoo will speed up, these kind of herbs and so on will speed up hair growth. You can't say it without that kind of backing. And this is exactly the same thing. That is not discrimination. It is them covering their asses in case of lawsuits and the like. And it sucks. Don't have a problem with it. Because, first of all, it was never what Etsy was meant to do. Etsy is there for arts and crafts. It's not really there to sell services. So it's like saying, okay, I'm using this web page for something else than it was meant to be used as. Now they're taking away my opportunity to use it for something that it was never meant to. And I'm butthurt over it. And I mean, yeah, it sucks. You lose money on it. It sucks. I feel you. But I'm not really upset at them with it. The only thing I would say is that if you can find instances where they will allow Christian prayer groups to sell prayer, for example, but will not allow Wiccans, pagans, occultists, and so on and so forth to do the same, then that's discrimination. Then we can have a discussion. But then we are saying, okay, you need to have a physical item that you sell, and that physical, you cannot make claims about that physical item that cannot be scientifically proven. I have no issue with it. Like I said, I think it would have been better to continue to allow it, but just demand a disclaimer that would cover their asses. But the way they did it, like I say, it's not personal, it's just business, and I think that's exactly the case here. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this topic. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and blessed be.